So the man, he found the whitewasher women. She was the whitewasher. It's where they wash the collars on the shirts for the tuxedos and the suits, and the fancy dress and the dinner attire when the people they get together. And the rabbit, he was a supervisor, and the owner, he said to the rabbit one day, he said, these people, and this was chapter 16. It was a throw-in chapter 16. Some called it chapter 16.25. Some said it was chapter 16.25. But it was about the rabbit. It was exclusively about the rabbit. It was a day in the life of the rabbit, because the rabbit had taken a job at a whitewash. They had changed their name from something, I forget now, to a whitewash economy. It was used to be something, but then it became whitewash economy. Because the previous name had been a little bit too sinister. Everybody said the previous name was too sinister, so they changed it and they made it to whitewash economy. And the rabbit, he was at the fore. He was at the fore of the company's resurgence. But one day the manager came and called him in. He said, "Rabbit, we're losing too much. I don't know if it's electricity costs, or if it's labor, or if it's the ingredients, the products we use to clean the laundries." But he said, well, something has to give, Rabbit. We cannot make it. We don't have the margins. Rabbit, our margins, we're going to declare bankruptcy very soon. And the rabbit, he didn't really understand precisely a business model or charts or anything. When he sat in on the meetings, half the time he was shit-faced on the bourbon. He didn't really understand too much what was going on. But he was always very, very poignant. And this is what all his colleagues, they all enjoyed him, and they all really respected him because he was so poignant. And the rabbit, he said, "Listen, when the chips are down, just like when Ronald Reagan made that speech about Joe DiMaggio, and he said, listen, Milt, if ever there's somebody that wants to see the Yankee Clipper run around the bases really fast, you tell them for me that, you know what, hey, it could happen, maybe it will, maybe it won't. Just like winning the lottery, you never know. So just buy a ticket every day and maybe you'll see what you want to see." And then somebody said, "Hey, Rabbit, that doesn't even make any sense." Says, you're confusing Joe DiMaggio with somebody else. Because it's, Joe DiMaggio, that was not his scenario. Joe DiMaggio, he had the 56 hits, and the Rabbit said, "Oh, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. This is the thing. I'm sorry. So you're talking about the man with the 56 hits. So he went down for a rumble in the jungle." The rabbit, he looked out at everybody, said he went for a rumble in the jungle, and Don King was there, and he said to everybody, "You want to bet? You can bet on the old hapless Muhammad Ali, or look at this man. Look at this ginormous, beautiful man." It was George Foreman. And George Foreman secretly was already preparing to sell a lot of grills. He said, I'm going to go down this fight. I'm going to fight hard. If I lose, I'm going down. I'm going to just become nothing. I'm going to name all my daughters George, and then have a George Foreman grill for myself." And the rabbit, he looked out and he said, this is what we're talking about. It's economic viability in the long term. You have to set yourself up. Maybe you have a gig. It's a gig. It's a side hack. Nobody knows. It's a gig, a side gig, a hustle. Nobody knows. It could be a job. It could not be a job. Who knows? Maybe you're selling something on the side that you shouldn't be selling, but you're making good money, so it's your side gig. It's a gig, like you're gigging. You're gigging for perch on a frozen lake in the North Tundra. And the rabbit looked at everybody and he said, "Hey, listen, it could be like you're gigging. The ice is frozen, it's honeycombed. You have honeycombed frozen ice, and you have a campfire out on the ice and some chili and some Bloody Marys, and the sun is coming up, and you said, I'm gigging. I'm jigging or I'm gigging? I'm gigging and jigging. Maybe you're gigging, you're jigging? No one knows. No one could figure it out. It didn't even happen. But yet the rabbit, he told everybody, listen, whether you gig, whether you jig, whether you catch a perch, whether you catch a walleye, or whether you catch a big, beautiful bass, you better just clean it, and you better just cook it, and you better eat the flesh.